What's up, everybody? This is Ryan Rude, and this is the Rude Awakening. I want to talk today about obligations. We all have some type of obligations out here, right? We all got parents that we're obligated to, got jobs that we're obligated to. We got our kids that we're obligated to. We got a lot of things that we're obligated to. We obligated to the good book or whatever the case may be. The only fucking obligation you got is really yourself. And maybe and I'll say your children, but that's it. That's your only motherfucking obligation. A lot of times we, as human beings, and when I say we, I mean we, because I'm talking about me too. How I was. You know, we all feel obligated to do this because society wants us to do this, or the man on TV wants us to do this, or a job tells us to do this, or our parents even. Hell no. Because these same people that you feeling obligated to please and to do shit for, they not obligated to you. I can't fucking tell you they not obligated to you. Because I tell anybody, the only people that you have an obligation to is your kids. And that's because you brought them into this world. They didn't choose to be here. So the only people I have an obligation to on this fucking earth is my children. That's it. And I said on this earth. God is above this earth. And for a person who does not believe in God, an atheist, which I have no problem with whatsoever, guess what? The only people they got the obligation to is their kids. And that's the way it should be. I think we spend a lot of our lives obligating ourselves or trying to please people or even staying on jobs longer than we should, because we feel bad. Like, now I'm not going to leave this job because they been good to me or I'm going to feel bad. What the fuck you feeling bad about? Honestly. Especially if I'm just using the job as an example. Especially if you find something better. Now, I do agree there should be a code of ethics. If you work in a job that has been there for you through your ups and downs, and you've been coming to work late, and you hadn't been doing a good job and all that, and they stick with you. It's a way that if you get a better opportunity, it's a way that you quit this job, put in 2 weeks notice. So it's a way to do things. But don't stay on no fucking job if you feel like it's holding you back. And that also goes for parents too. Like, me personally, I want my kids to feel like they can do anything in this world as long as it's productive and you're not fucking with nobody. So with that being said, I see a lot of people, and I done did this before, like you pass up things, you pass up opportunities or dreams for your parents because you feel obligated. You feel obligated, so you hold yourself back, to take care of people who brought you into this world. Remember, you didn't actually be here. So you hold yourself back. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe you want to move to Las Vegas and, work at the casino or something. Or maybe you want to be a doctor, professional wrestler, NBA player, football player, whatever you want to do. You giving up your dreams, things that a lot of times you done worked hard for your parents, because your parents say that you shouldn't do that. Fuck this shit. You better take your ass on somewhere and achieve your dreams, or at least work to achieve your dreams and accomplish your goals. And that doesn't mean that you don't care about your parents. That just means that you care about you, goddammit, and you doing what you have to do. Because a lot of times what parents do, or elders, I'm not even just gonna say parents. A lot of times what elders do is they try to convince you that you cannot do something that they couldn't do. Be on the lookout for that. And that also goes for other motherfuckers too. It ain't just elders. You even got friends like that. You don't even know it. You got friends right now that don't want you to do shit, that don't want you to do something just because they can't, or they feel like they can't. when in our reality they could if they put their mind to it, you know. And that's another, and like I say, another big part of where obligation becomes a problem is when you feel obligated to the past. You know, I'm 35 years old. I done made some mistakes in my life. At the end of the day, there are some mistakes that I made that I can correct, and there's some mistakes I can't do a fucking thing about. So there is no point of me constantly looking back like, damn. Like there's some things that I'm doing now with my life that I'll admit I wish I had done it earlier, but I don't sit there and think about this shit all day. I just now I'm doing it, you know, and you're gonna have people in your life too that's gonna tell you, you should have been did this, you should have been did that. Shut the fuck up. All right, I tell you what, if I should have been did it, then why don't you just build me a time machine so I can go back and do it? If not, then shut the fuck up. And quit listening to those people, because those people are not gonna shut up. So what you have to do is you have to get away from negativity. If someone, I don't care if it's a friend, a family member, a baby mama, I don't give a damn who it is, a job, it don't matter. If somebody is constantly being negative towards you, get the fuck away from them. Because what's going to happen is that's how resentments get built. That's how resentments get formed. You feeling obligated to be around this person for whatever the fuck reason. Obviously, they don't feel obligated to treat you right. Get the fuck away from them. And this a lot of the main three instances that I see obligation going too far in is relationships with parents, relationships with a significant other, and relationship with the Bible. And I'm not going to say relationship with God because I feel like a lot of people, I can't tell nobody what to believe in or what to do or nothing. I'm not here to do it. But I do feel like a lot of people are actually more dedicated to the Bible than they are God, if that makes sense. That's why you have a lot of people bring up where the Bible says, I'm just saying, I'm not saying the Bible doesn't have its true points. But I'm one of them people, I don't believe everything the fucking Bible says. All right? I'm listening to my higher power. That's who I'm listening to. Now, if what he tells me lines up with what the Bible tells me, then that's one thing. But if not, then the Bible is a book that I go and get from the store just like any other book, to be honest with you. Just keeping it real. But those are three main instances. You know, if you married to somebody for 5 years and this also is the obligation, same obligation to the Bible. You married to somebody for 5, 10 years and the shit just ain't working. He won't act right, she won't act right. Leave their ass. Leave them. Fuck them. Because at the end of the day, you end up staying in this situation. Y'all be seeing this shit on the news. Ooh, a little heartburn there. Y'all be seeing this shit on the news where he done killed her or she done killed him because they stayed in the relationship too long. So either way, one of them gone anyway. And who wants to be in a marriage where you always argue and always fight? You can get a long way in life with peace. Peace does not pay the bills by itself, but peace allows you to do the things necessary to pay the bills and be happy. So, for you motherfuckers who stand with somebody just so you can get some bills paid, y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. It just depends on how old you is. I'm gonna be real. Because there is no way I'm finna stay with somebody or be with somebody that's not treating me right just so I can get some bills paid. Even if we have a kid together, fuck that shit. Because what's gonna happen is that child or children that y'all are raising gonna grow up thinking that, you know, that's just a way that a relationship is. Two people arguing all the time, and that shit ain't it. Now, couples gonna argue. It's going to happen every now and then, but who the fuck wants to grow up in a house where it's always arguing? Not me. I'm not gonna say what I did or not, but I'm just gonna keep it real. Like sometimes you know, the kids end up thinking that it's just a way of relationship. And that's another thing that bothers me about this world. This is mainly in the African American community. Well, that's just the way it is. No, fucking ain't. And that ain't me saying that I'm better than anybody. It's just certain shit I flat out fucking refuse to deal with anymore. Because obligations didn't get me a fucking place. Guess who I'm obligated to guess who I'm obligated to now? This guy. After my kids becomes this guy. Fuck everybody else. Not saying that I don't have friends and family members that I love, but shit, it's about me first. You know, because when you don't put you first, and I had to learn this the hard way. When you don't put yourself first, ain't nobody else gonna do the shit. They putting themselves first. You better put your fucking self first. If they don't like it, fuck them. You know, and then when it comes in a relationship, yes, it's okay to be selfish sometimes. It is. But, and that's another thing. If you're in a relationship, y'all can put each other first. That's cool. Because at the end of the day, y'all still coming first to one another. You know, I'm just saying. And then, like I said, with the parents thing, you know, I kind of discussed that. You know, your parents want you to live your life the way they want you to live it. Fuck all this shit. I'm just going to say it. Fuck all it. Because the thing about it, and this is something, I'm a parent, obviously, and I'm a child, obviously. So the thing is, I don't want my kids growing up saying that I did everything you asked me to do and I'm miserable. Mm-mm. Because in a lot of cases, that's what ends up happening. You know, now you have sometimes where a child wants to follow in his mother, or especially for men, you know, want to follow in their father's footsteps. There's nothing wrong with that as long as that's what the child wants to do. But that's just me. Like, I wouldn't want neither one of my kids growing up saying that, oh, I did exactly what my dad told me to do, or what he wanted me to do, and I fucking hate that shit. I don't want that on my conscience. That's just me. And they not obligated to do whatever the fuck I tell them to do when they get grown. You know, that's just facts. Because my thing as a parent is that you don't have as much fucking control as you think you have. If a child wants to do something, they're going to fucking do it. The only difference is they gonna sneak and do it if they really want to do something. So that's why it's important to, instead of barking out orders and say, because I said so, ain't nothing wrong with telling your children why you want them to do this or why you don't want them to do that. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. That does not make you any less of an adult. It makes you smart. It makes you a better parent. Because that lets your child know that, okay, he or she is listening to me and I can come to them about any issues that I'm having. Because it kills me, a lot of these parents, you know, they sit up there, oh, I can't believe my baby did that. I can. Shit. I can't believe she didn't come and talk to me. Okay, if every time your child comes to talk to you, you interrupt them mid-sentence and say, well, look, you gonna listen to me, it might make you feel better. It might make you feel like you in charge. But your child looked at you like, okay, I'll wait for her to finish talking. Or him to finish talking, go do what the fuck I want to do. Which one do you want? You know, and then like I say, obligation to the Bible. You know, there's a lot of people that I feel that live in fear because they scared they gonna go to hell. Now, me personally, I'd be damned if I walk around on eggshells because of one book. Ain't gonna happen. You know, especially a book written by men. Are you kidding me? Hell no. I'm not finna live in fear over no one book. That's why, and y'all gonna hear me say this in a lot of my videos, that's why it is important to get your knowledge, please, from more than one book. It's gonna take more than one book to have me shook. Ain't nothing wrong with, because they say God gave us free will. That includes freedom to explore. So if something don't make sense to you, it is nothing wrong with seeking out the answer. Nothing. Nothing. Don't be obligated to that book to the point where you scared or you scared to step out on. Because really, you're not even living by faith. If you that scared of one book, just think about that. How strong is your faith if you let one book rule you? I ain't just talking about the Bible. I'm talking about any one book. I'm talking about the Quran. I'm talking about all of them. Hell, it can be a textbook. Hell, you got people, you got atheists who read these philosophy books, which I read a little philosophy, keep myself grounded. I feel like you get some good stuff in there. But you got atheists that just read one or two philosophy books and think they know everything about the world and feel bound by that. Hell no. And think that's just the way. No. I think it's a combination of all of it. Holy Bible, Quran, all the religious doctrines and philosophy and personal experience. So yeah, that's mainly what I want to say today. Like, if it's anything that you want to do in life, you can achieve it. Even if you don't achieve it, that is fucking fine. At least you know that you tried your best, and you may find something in that pursuit that makes you happy. Or you may even find, if you fail, the only real failure is not trying. And if you feel obligated to all these damn people, places, and things, you ain't gonna accomplish shit that you want to accomplish. No matter what you accomplish in life. Like me, for instance. I've been in the military and I got an honorable discharge after serving in the United States Air Force for 4 years. That's just now feeling like an accomplishment because it's something that I didn't want to fucking do. I felt obligated to do what other motherfuckers wanted me to do. And there's probably some people that's watching this video gonna be kind of pissed off at me. But guess what? I'm not obligated to them. I don't give a fuck. So you don't want to make that, and you can use that as an example. Because anybody who's been in the military knows that that's an obligation for your ass. You know, and you don't want to make that type of obligation or that type of commitment, I should say, because you feel obligated to make somebody else happy. See, I did the shit. I had several reasons, but mainly because I wanted to make somebody happy that still ain't happy. That's something you got to think about. You obligated to these folks. Hell, like I said, they're not obligated to you, and it's just some people out here you just cannot please. So, with that being said, please yourself. You ain't got to get all nasty, but please yourself though. You know, put yourself first sometimes. Even if you got kids, still put yourself first sometimes, because that's the thing. I know everybody, a lot of people like, oh, as long as my kids happy, I'm happy. Bullshit. Bullshit. Don't get me wrong. When I'm able to do things for my kids, I do get a sense of joy. But goddamn it, I gotta be doing something for me to really feel joyous. I gotta be doing something for myself too. And you bet your ass, I'm gonna do something for myself. The kids like to see you do stuff for yourself. You know, they love it. Especially the older they get. You may not think your kids, can't see, oh damn, when last time mama or daddy did something for themselves, they see that shit when they get older. And they want you to do shit for yourself. I'm going after my dreams right now, and my daughter is able to see that. Well, especially my oldest daughter, she's able to see me going after my dream. So that's another thing, leading by example. Now, for me to be able to do that, I had to break a lot of obligations with some motherfuckers. They didn't feel obligated to me to support me, so fuck them. Don't get me wrong, I wish them the best. I hope they have a good life and find something, get that stick out their ass, whatever it is. I do. But I got an obligation to myself to make myself happy. I lost sight of that for a long time. But please subscribe and please comment. Like I said, if something has you weighed down and you feel obligated, get that shit out of your life. My name is Ryan Rude. This is the Rude Awakening, and I'm a holler at you.